I'm driving up to the car line to pick up my kids, and how many of you have to deal with the same thing? How many of you are awakened, right? But yet we still have to deal with the same issues because we're part of this system. We're part of this environment. We're plugged in. My wife and I were both awakened, and real quick, it wasn't always this way. I was asleep, and she was somewhat awakened. She still was very much into politics and had a strong belief in politics, and somewhat still believed in organized religion, but didn't partake. You know what I mean? So but she helped me because she was more open-minded than I was. I grew up in a very strict environment where I was Jehovah's Witness. We went to church, or Keen Hall they call it, several times a week for hours, and it was just crazy. 2 hours every meeting. It was like 3 meetings a week, and then you had to go out preaching. And on Saturdays, like legit, we were going to church like 4 times a week. It was insane. But I woke before her. I woke up to the control and woke up through doing my own research. I woke up to the reality of that, left that, but then a year or two after I left the religion, I found her. We got married, and she was more open-minded to spirituality, being connected to your higher self, or being having outer body experiences. And so she was open to that. She put me onto that. She helped me wake up to a lot of things. And then she would mention books and stuff, and I would go and read the books. And then sorry for the pause, I had to talk to one of the teachers. Anyway, so I'm on the school line. I don't even remember if I mentioned that. But so I found my soulmate. I found my partner, my everything, right? And everything happens for a reason. We awaken. Now, I'm making this video to mention like my path and my relationship, my marriage, but we're both awakened now. Like, we both are awakened to a lot of things. Throughout the process of me awakening, I did hide things, or not hide, but I didn't mention things because it was a lot. It was a lot for her to process, and a lot for me to process certain things. So anyway, this video is for people who are single or in a relationship, that is with someone who's asleep in this system. And so just be strong. You never know if that person is going to awaken, and you guys can share and build, and you can help that person. But it's everybody's path. Now, if you are single, I want to also say, don't get involved with someone who's asleep. If they're asleep, that relationship is going to be so difficult. And please let me know in the comment section what your situation is. And my wife and I, we talk about this, and we're like, man, it's got to be, marriage is hard between 2 asleep people and 2 awakened people. Okay, we awakened people, we have to go through the same, like I'm in car line, I have to go to work, I have to do all these things. But it's not like we live in a cave, and disconnected. But starting a relationship, you both should be awakened if you're awakened. Okay? It's going to be really hard to deal with everything if one person wants to vaccinate and the other one does. And then, or this one believes in politics and they want to push their political views on you, and you have to have your faith in the political leader and this and that. And they want to go to church and that's the only way that you can find yourself and whatever, right? So my advice is that, and with that being said, I'm going to end the video with something very important. My wife and I said we need to do something for people who are awakened and want to look for a partner or just a group to associate with. Even if you're a couple and you just want to associate with other awakened people, which is something we want to do. We have kids and everything, and we want to associate with other like-minded individuals, which is really hard to do in this world. So we have something, we're working on something. It's going to be special. All right, everybody. Much love.